and that's where I was born.
So that would be his mother's father.
Yes, that's right, Grandpa Hayne, Hoehne, Hayne.
Good. Okay, do you want to ask the second question?
What country did they live in? What country did they live in before they came to America?
Oh, they lived in Germany, but I don't know where.
Germany? That's interesting, huh?
Northern Germany, I think. Yes.
Was that both your grandfather and grandmother, or just your grandfather came from Germany?
They both did.
Yeah.
And they met in New York City.
Oh, so they both immigrated but met in New York?
Yeah, and they settled in New York, probably Brooklyn. Yeah.
Okay.
And they got to know each other and
Hold on, he's talking.
dated, and then they got married and started having a family. And that's where I came from.
Yeah.
When and where did they arrive in the USA?
When and where?
You said Brooklyn.
Oh,
But did they arrive on Ellis Island?
I guess they did. I don't remember. Yes, Ellis Island. Everybody went to Ellis Island to support immigration.
You've frozen over there. You're back.
Is back.
Okay. So Ellis Island, do you know when it was?
So it was, if it was your grandfather,
Yeah.
early 1800s or so?
Oh, I don't know. 1900s.
Well, you were born in 1925.
Yeah.
So
when were your parents born, Grandpa?
Oh, before that, of course. They were in their 20s, I think, when I was born. So if I was born in 1925, they would have been about 1900.
Okay. And so your grandparents probably came in the late 1800s then?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
that's a long time ago, Avery.
Yeah, over 100 years ago.
What's that?
Method
Of
transportation
did they use to arrive in America?
What'd she ask?
What mode of transportation? How did they get to Ellis Island?
Oh, by ship. The ships crossed the Atlantic Ocean, and they were on one of those ships.
Interesting. How long of a boat ride do you think that was?
What?
How long of a boat ride to get
I
from
don't
Germany to New York?
I guess 7 or 8 days, yeah. It was a long ride across the ocean.
Probably not too comfortable either.
Oh, no. But they did it. At that time, they didn't know each other, I don't think. I think they met in New York City. They were both residents in New York City. And they started dating and then got married, and that's what started our family.
Yep. So you said the last name, but what was your grandfather's first name? I never caught that.
Probably Lewis. Everybody was named Lewis in our family.
So
a lot of Lewises in their family.
Eric kept it up. It's Eric Lewis.
Yep. Ask him this one.
It is?
Why did they immigrate to the USA?
Why did they come here?
Oh, for opportunity. There were jobs in the United States, but not so many jobs left in Europe. So if they figured if they come to the United States, there'd be plenty of jobs, and they could work and make money and start a family. That's what they wanted to do, and they did.
Very cool. So these are just questions for you, Avery, to think about after we talk to him. So we don't have to ask him these questions, but we can think about those questions later. What else do you want to talk to him about? about the family's immigration process to the United States. So he came from Germany.
Everybody went to Ellis Island to get integrated into the United States. And then from there, they would move out.
Not everybody.
What?
She said not everybody.
Well, probably almost everybody.
At that time, it was a really common place to go, Ellis Island, when
Yes.
you came in by boat. That's where you would head.
But people near, like Australia and would go through New York.
They might go through San Francisco. Do you know, Avery, what the Statue of Liberty looks like?
No.
Well, Ellis Island is right next to the Statue of Liberty. So when you see a picture of that, you'll learn it's very close to that.
I think France gave us the Statue of Liberty in order to celebrate our independence as a country. I think France paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so where did the name Bunk then come from?
I don't know. I had a feeling at one time it was Bunkowski, and they wanted to shorten it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Bunkowski sounds Polish.
I don't know.
I'll have to show you his DNA results.
Oh, you got that test done?
Yep. He's a lot of Eastern European in him.
I believe it.
Yeah. Yep.
So your dad's
Would be
name was Bunk. Do you know anything about their process? That side of the families?
the Bunk side, your dad's side?
Not much. I don't know too much. But I did know some of the relatives of his family. He had a couple of sisters, and I can't remember any brother, but he may have had one. And so they would come to visit us when we lived on Long Island. That would be a big deal when the people from New York City would come to visit us. And my mother used to say, I've got to feed all those people. They come and they sit in the front porch and do nothing but look out, and I have to feed them. And I said, that's what it's all about, you know. That's what visiting is all about. So she would make quite a lot of food and serve it to them. And I would have to run to the store to get things for her. And I was on a bicycle, and I could take that to the store and put the groceries that I was buying in the basket and then drive home. And that's how I did shopping for my mother when I lived in Long Island.
Wow. By bike. You think we should send you out to go get groceries by bike, Avery?
No.
How old were you, Grandpa, when you were riding a bike to the grocery store to get
Oh,
groceries?
I don't know, 8 or 10 probably. Pretty young.
10 years old, yeah.
I'm almost 10.
Yeah, you're 8.
Yeah, I was about your age when I was doing that. And I would always go to where there was a ball game and watch baseball. And then I soon started to play. And then as soon as the other guys were done with their game, we would take over the field. And I had a good friend named Nunzio Adabo, who was Italian, and he used to play ball with us on the field after the big guys left. And so I learned how to play third base. And he'd have to hit the ball toward me and try to get it between me and the third base bag and go out to left field. And I'd have to sometimes dive for it to keep it from going past me. But I could get them all, and then I would throw it home to the home plate to the catcher, who would